Okay? So, ayan. In your opinion, ano yung mga projects or activities or mga policies na meron tayo ngayon, hindi naman masyadong pinag-isipan. In addition to this, ano yung nagiging problem or problem na na-produce ng um, activity, project, or policy na existing ngayon? May gusto ba mag-volunteer? Sabi ni Jason, uh, Jason rin, bike lanes daw. Bakit, wait lang, bakit bike lanes? Hindi masyadong pinag-isipan yung bike lanes natin. Tama ba? Ay yung ano, pinag-isipan nila. Sorry, I know na naka-direct message ka, pero I just like to give you credit. Also, si Artoza, bike lanes din daw. So, paano? Bakit gano'n? Sabi ni Ramirez, sa Aurora Boulevard, sir, 2 lanes na lang, ginawa pang bike lane. Okay. So, sige, tanong ko sa iyo, Ramirez, what's your main mode of transportation?
Um,
Yan.
ano sir, private vehicle or jeep sometimes.
Okay. So, mini road transportation ka.
Yes po sir. Yes po.
Pag sumasakay ka ng ano mo, ng private vehicle mo, ilan kayo sakay?
4 to 6.
Okay. So, isip ko kasi, baka mamaya, ang gamit mo ay private vehicle. Tapos, mag-isa ka lang o dalawa lang kayo. So, hindi nyo na ma-maximize yung laman. I mean yung capacity. Pero, binanggit mo na nasa 4 kayo tsaka 4 to 6. So, I think okay din naman yung mode of transportation. So, hindi kita masisi kung may isip mo na yung bike lane sa kalsada ay medyo nag-cause ng problem. Pero ang hindi talaga pinag-isipan ko ay yung overall nating road network structure. Okay? Kasi kung una pa lang, consider na yung bike sa ating network, ay di sana nagpapag-alat sila ng certain number for public transportation, for private vehicles, and for bicycle. Ang nangyari kasi ngayon, nape-pressure yung ating government to put up bike lane kasi ayun yung kailangan at this time. Kaya pinipilit nila, sinasaksak nila. Kaya nag-get So, ang nangyari doon, yung naging poor planning nila nung isa for the road network, nagsanga-sanga ng problema ngayon. Nagkaroon ng problem for bike lane. So, ano yung naging problem ng mga gumagamit ng bike lane? Kinukonsumo ng private vehicle. Ay, mahina daw audio. Hello, hello, hello. Mahina pa rin. Yes. Hello, ito okay na?
Okay na po, sir.
Ito, hindi na ako choppy. Okay na ako? Okay. So, earphones ang problema. Okay, so ang gusto ko i-point out doon, yung poor planning ng ating government, anong nangyari, yung road network natin, ang nagsasuffer dalawa. Una, yung mga active transportation users, okay, kasi pag nandun sila, meron nga silang dedicated cycle lane, pero kinakain naman minsan ng mga motorcycle and also ng private vehicles in general. Tapos since for yung planning, wala rin tayong bus stop or mga jeepney stop. So yung mga jeep natin, basta-basta na lang nila kinakain yung bike lane pag magbababa sila ng pasahero. Okay. On the other hand naman, doon naman sa ating mga private vehicle users, nagkakaroon din sila ng problem. Kasi yung capacity ng road na sa kanila dapat, well actually hindi naman dapat, na sa kanila nung umpisang-umpisa pa, ang nangyayari ngayon, kinakain ng ibang users. So sila namomroblema. Add ko rin po, sabi ni Artosa, yung pedestrians po sa crossing na walang traffic lights, magkakaroon din po ng problem sa mobility ng tao. So isa pang problem yon. And also, may binanggit din si Molina, dito po sa Cavite, sir, yung main road may bike lane kaso may poste sa gitna. So, ganun ka po yung planning natin. Okay? Meron poste sa gitna ng bike lane. So, ano mangyayari? Mapo-force yung siklista na lumihis at pumasok sa lanes na para sa private vehicles or motorized vehicles, which will create conflict points, which will lead to accidents kung sakali. Huwag naman sana. Di ba? So napakapalpak ng planning natin. And also, just to share, right now at work, I'm being tapped to help in creating a proposal. So yung project na gusto sana namin salihan, isa siyang bypass road. Tapos yung bypass road na yon, dadaan yon doon sa Laguna Lake. So yung bypass road na yon, di ba kapag meron kayong highway, merong ramp yung highway pababa, ay skyway pababa. Okay. Tapos yung rampa na yon, mahaba yon. Ang reason kung bakit mahaba yon, para gradual yung pag-decelerate ng mga sasakyan bago sila mag-exit doon sa toll road na yon. Okay. So meron magaling na di ko sasabihin kung ano yung municipality. Pero merong magaling na planner from that municipality na nag-propose na imbes na mahabang rampa pababa ng skyway ang ilagay, doon sa ibabaw ang ilagay mo ay isang rotonda. Tapos pababa nun, maikli na lang yung ramp mo. So hindi ka kukonsumo ng mahabang right of way. Maikli lang. Which is, kung isipin mo, tipid nga naman. Pero una, kapag ang ginawa mo doon ay rotonda yon, imbes na wala kang conflict point, kasi kapag meron kang ramp na pababa lang na medyo mahaba, meron ka lang tinatawag natin na point of diversion. So liliko lang yung sasakyan pa kanan, tapos mag-exit na doon sa skyway. Pero kapag may rotonda ka, kailangan mong umikot dun sa rotonda, tapos bago ka maka-exit ng skyway pababa. Magka-create ka ng conflict point kasi habang umiikot ka at nagpapabagal ka, may mga incoming vehicles na pwede mong makabanggaan. So, ang narinig kong sabi-sabi, though hindi naman ako nakasama ng meeting, ang reason daw, kaya inis na inis yung isa kong office mate, ang reason daw for putting that rotonda, kasi astig daw tignan. So kayo, in the future, kapag meron ulit botohan, please bumoto kayo ng tama. Kasi magiging palpak at palpak yung putang inang road transportation network natin. Napalpak na nga. Okay? So ganun kabasura ang mga nakaupo ngayon sa atin. Okay, so next, according to Prestosa of 4.2, yung mga footbridge daw tsaka mga overpass, ano tawag dito? Super taas daw, o isa pa yan, di ba? Nilatag nila yung MRT3 along EDSA without planning for the pedestrians. Maganda sana yung project na yun. However, hindi nila pinlano yung para sa mga pedestrians. Kahit yung mga at-grade intersection na mayroong pedestrian crossing, hindi pa rin nila napaprioritize yung pedestrians sa kanilang traffic signals man. Okay. According to Torres of 4.1, substandard and almost non-existent sidewalks po majority. Oo, yan. So, tama din siya. Actually, dun sa 4.1 section, meron dun mga students na nag-research regarding walkability. and yung mga quality na sidewalks. Okay din. According to Aguilar or Forcery, proper sidewalks, sir, for pedestrians, usually din po yung mga road bridges. So, at least guys, nare-realize nyo kung ano yung nagiging problem natin. No? And kung ano yung nagiging impact nila. And to be honest, na-appreciate ko yung mga railway engineering students kasi naiisip nila yung mga ganitong bagay. For other students, medyo wala silang pake sa mga ganito. Okay, so yeah, that's why I like teaching dito sa art. So next, thank you for your answers. No? Next natin i-discuss, of course, yung meaning ng transportation planning. Okay, the functional area within transportation engineering that deals with the relationship of land use to travel patterns and travel demands. So, ayun ang transportation. The planning, evaluation, and programming of transportation facilities, including roadways, transit terminals, parking, pedestrian facilities, bikeways, and goods movement. Lahat yan kasama sa transportation. Kung makikita nyo dito, lahat ng forms of transportation or components ng isang magandang transportation network, binanggit niya. In some countries, ganito yung ginagawa nila. Actually, to the point nga minsan na nasasobrahan na sila, napapaboran nila yung iba. Okay. Merong ibang mga countries na ang nangyayari, hindi na nila na-include yung roadways sa transportation planning nila. Which is not really a good idea. Kasi too much or too less of something ay masama. Kung wala kang roadways, paano kikilos yung mga ambulances mo? If in case may emergencies, saan mo dadalhin o saan mo padadaanin yung mga ambulance? In case of emergencies, let's say evacuation, saka nakita ng mga mag-evacuate during lindol na nakabisikleta. O kaya naman may mga baha. Yung mga yan, kakaripas yan ng takbo or ng punta sa sasakyan nila, pupus na lang. Okay? Meron din naman na mga countries na hindi napaprioritize yung pedestrian facilities and bikeways kaya dito sa atin. Meron din naman na yung mga goods and movements hindi rin nila napaprioritize. Okay? So dapat yan lahat makonsider natin sa planning natin, which is a really hard thing to do. Meron at meron ka dyan mapapaboran, pero dapat wala kang makakalimutan ni isa sa mga yan. Kasi kapag hindi present lahat yung components ng magandang public transportation network, nga ang iyong bansa. Mangyari doon, economical growth mo babagsak, yung social activities sa mga tao mo, low quality, and so on and so forth. So magsasama-sanga yan to different problems. Okay. So the objectives of transportation planning is to improve coordination between land use and transportation systems, which I think na-discuss na natin. It aims to provide cooperative interaction among planning, design, and operation of transportation services, maintain a balance between transportation-related energy use and clean air, enhance alternative modes of transportation that enhance energy efficiency while providing high levels of mobility. So the overall transportation planning process includes the following. So let's say you'll be doing a transportation plan or a master plan. Ang kailangan mo muna i-consider, of course, identify mo kung ano yung problem. Bakit ka magpaplano? Wala namang problem. Bakit ka magpaplano? Wala ka namang foresee na problem. Okay. So kapag nagplano ka na wala ka namang problema o na-foresee na future problem mo, nagsasayang ka lang ng oras, ng pera, or basically nagsasayang ka lang ng resources. Okay? So kung meron ka mang problema na nakikita, i-define mo yun. Tapos, isi-set mo yung goals mo Okay? Ano yung objectives and yung criteria para masabi mo na na-meet mo yung objectives. Next, magagather ka ng data. Yung mga data gathering dito ay yung magiging um, yung process ng data gathering dito ay yun yung ginawa natin doon sa discussion nung sa transportation. So isa yon. Pero meron pa tayong ibang klaseng data na ginagather. Meron din tayo ng mga land use data, um, comprehensive land use plans, yung mga future na plano ng ating mga municipalities sa kanilang ito, lungsod. So, kailangan din natin i-gather yung mga data yun para ma-consider natin lahat ng plano ng isang city. Malay nyo, nagpaplano na pala kayo ng isang bus route, tapos ito namang city, nagpa-plan na magkaroon ng libreng sakay ng jeep doon sa same na ruta na yon. So pag walang coordination at hindi niya na-gather information na yon, wala kayong ridership. Yung bus route na ipadadaan nyo doon, may pamasahe, pero wala namang sasakay kasi libreng sumakay doon sa jeep. Okay. So after nyo mag-gather lahat ng information, anong next natin gagawin? Magpo-forecasting na tayo, magmo-modeling tayo. Okay. So transportation modeling, ang may input dito, yung mga nag-gather nyo na information from your survey. Ano yung tool na gagamitin nyo for transportation modeling? It varies sa laki ng inyong study area and also sa level ng gusto nyong aralin. If ang gusto mong aralin ay micro level lang, gusto mong i-analyze yung movement ng pedestrians, yung galaw ng mga pasahero sa loob ng isang stasyon, or maybe sa platform ng railway, gusto mong aralin yun, you can take a look at software programs such as Viswalk and also Bentley Vision. So yung mga softwares na yon or software programs na yon ay nag-a-analyze ng movement ng mga tao. Okay? Within a defined. Next, gusto mo i-analyze naman ay yung impact or traffic impact ng isang development sa isang intersection. So what will you do? Intersection lang naman ang gusto mong aralin. Okay? Kailangan ko pa ba mag-VSIM? Kailangan ko pa ba mag-INSON? Kailangan ko pa ba mag-QGIS? No, you don't need those softwares. Pwede na, ang gamitin mo na lang ay yung isang software na tinatawag natin, SIDRA. So si SIDRA, isa siyang intersection analysis software or pwede ka rin naman mag-Linsig. So si Linsig, ginagamit siya mostly sa UK. Si SIDRA, ginagamit natin siya in the Philippines and also ginagamit din siya sa New Zealand, Western Australia, US, and also some countries. Okay? So okay din siya. Next, what if gusto mo lang aralin is yung traffic flow in a small area, small network lang. So pwede mong gamitin software ay yung mga micro-simulation software programs natin tulad ng TSAM, ng IMSON, ano pa ba? Ayun lang yung mga kilala eh. I don't know kung alam niyo yung software na EMM, pero isa rin yun. Okay. Naka-experience na kayo ng VSIM, di ba? Nag-transport modeling kayo with Engineer Taktak. Tama, di ba? Yun. So yun. Sorry, hindi ko kasi sila matandaan. Di pa kami nag-meet in person. So si Engineer Taktak, tinuruan daw kayo. So, okay yun. Di ba? So marunong kayo mag-microsimulation. So what's next after microsimulation? You need to study an area, pero hindi siya yung macroscopic level. Yung gusto mong aralin, mas malaki doon sa microsimulation area, pero mas maliit sa macroscopic area. Okay? So there's a model in between those two. Ang tawag doon, mesoscopic modeling. So si mesoscopic modeling, you can do that also in VSIM and also in IMSON, tsaka EMM. Tapos meron din ibang software na tinatawag natin na Cube, tsaka Saturn. So yung mga yon pwede nyo gamitin. Next naman, for mga malalaking projects na macro yung scale niya or macroscopic model, tapos medyo zoomed out or bigger picture yung tinitignan nyo. You can use those softwares also, and yung VISUM naman, VISUM. So that's the one they use for macroscopic modeling. So yung mga macroscopic models, maganda siya for projects na public transportation, and also kapag yung mga projects mo ay malaki yung sakop. Let's say meron kang isang highway project, tapos ang daming madadaanan na regions. You can use that software. So that's it for forecasting. Mako-forecast nyo yung future volumes, and also makikita nyo kung ano yung magiging impact doon sa road network or sa public transportation network. Doon, makikita nyo kung ano yung kailangan natin in the future. So makakapag-develop kayo ng alternatives or mga solutions. Okay? Once na kapag identify na kayo ng problem at ma-forecast nyo na siya, makita nyo na, oh, ito palang area na to ay isang problem point. You need to introduce a solution or an alternative. Okay? So in order to divert the volume of vehicles, or in order to divert the volumes of passengers from a specific area or choke point, mag-introduce ka ng bagong mode of transportation. Okay? That mode may be another road or highway, or it may be public transport. Okay? Or maybe pwedeng cycle lanes, or maybe pedestrian footpath. So yung mga ganon. Okay? Anything to relieve the current traffic congestion that the specific section that you're looking at is experiencing. Tapos after nun, anong gagawin mo? I-run mo ulit yung model. So initially, ang niran mong model ay yung tinatawag natin na base model that you use for the travel demand forecasting first stage. After that, i-introduce mo na ngayon yung naisip mo na bus route. Gusto ko muna bus route. Nag-introduce ka ng bus route. Ngayon, i-run mo ulit yung model, pero kasama na yung bus doon sa model mo. Makikita mo ngayon doon sa model kung ilan ang lilipat from jeepney papunta dun sa bus, ilan ang lilipat from MRT papunta dun sa bus, or dun sa wala pa ako nakikita na na pinagsabay yung public transportation and private transportation po model. Pero if ever in the future, hopefully ma-produce yun. Makikita natin na ilan yung lilipat from private vehicles to public transportation. So doon, makikita mo ngayon kung ilan yung magiging laman ng bus route mo. Malalaman mo na kung ilan yung ridership niya. Tapos, anong sunod? Makikita mo kung viable ba yung ruta na yun. Alam mo yung ridership, so alam mo yung magiging pamasahe, alam mo yung magiging income, alam mo may operational expenses, malalaman mo kung ilan yung fleet number, malalaman mo kung magkano yung capital na kailangan, tapos yun. Ganun na siya. Tapos i-implement mo na yon. So for the implementation part, magsisimula ka muna dito, of course. Hindi lang kita dito sa ating process, pero meron pa yung mga dadaan. Dadaan ka muna ng procurement, papaprobahan mo muna sa NEDA yung project. Tapos once ma-aprobahan yan, pupunta na kayo sa budgeting. Panabigyan na yan ng budgeting, saka pa lang pala papasok yung procurement after ng budgeting. May mananalo na consultant, kasi consultant yung mag-i-implement or magtatayo ng isang project. Tapos doon nyo na makikita kung ano yung magiging effect nung inaral. Okay. So, ganun dapat yung process. And hopefully, pag kayo na yung mga nakaupo sa taas in the future, I know some of you would want to work sa government. Sana i-apply nyo ng maayos yung mga natutunan sa mga klase natin. Not just at my class, pero dun din sa classes sa ibang mga professors. Okay? So, Once na makuha na natin yung ang tawag dito, information and okay na. Meron pa tayong isa, ang tawag doon ay plan refinement. Okay? So yun, so meron tayong tinatawag na corridor analysis. So pag corridor analysis, ito yung pwede natin i-conduct along edge. Kasi isang corridor yun. Pwede mong aralin ngayon kung ano yung mga problema sa EDSA, ano yung mga pwede mong introduce para mabawasan yung traffic doon sa area na yon. Ang mga usual na nakikita kong study for corridor analysis, sa EDSA lalagyan nila ng congestion pricing or yung mga destinations ng tao na yung destination ng mga taong dumadaan sa EDSA, nilalagyan nila ng congestion pricing. Let's say BGs, lalagyan nila ng congestion pricing. So, anong nangyayari yung mga tao during peak hour, hindi sila dumadaan EDSA kasi alam nila, kailangan nila magbayad bago makapasok. Sorry, lang. Bago makapasok doon sa PG. So, naghahanap sila ng ibang oras para pumasok doon para trade. Okay? So, anong nangyayari nun? Nare-redistribute lang yung traffic along EDSA. So, hindi siya basta nakafocus during AM. Okay din siya, pero hindi mo talaga binabawasan yung vehicles sa kalsada daily. Okay. So, ano yung mga pwede mo pang introduce? Pwede mo introduce public transportation, pwede mo isarado yung kalsada, gawin mo, introduce ka ng isa pang lane for BRT. Okay din yung mga ganong proposal. So mga ganong type ng study or analysis, itong corridor analysis, yung ginagawa para makita kung ano yung mga mali ng ganong type proposal. Okay. Major Investment Study or MIS. Ito na yung ginagawa for mga railways, engineering feasibility study. So parati yung may kasama na environmental impact study. Some of you guys will be involved in feasibility studies in the future. So, advice ko lang sa inyo, if you're going to evaluate the feasibility study, let's say yung buong feasibility study ay mag-involve kayo, always check the environmental impact study. I know na hindi nyo field yun, pero basa-basahin lang. Kasi based on my experience, meron mga environmental planners na kina-copy-paste lang nila yung laman from previous reports. Okay? So try to check for plagiarism. Kasi ang nangyayari nun, binabayaran nyo sila as your consultant for environmental scope, pero hindi naman nila ginagawa yung trabaho. And eventually, pag nalaman niya in public, pag ina-announce yung project, yung company mo, yung tawag dito, masisira. Okay? Para sira yung company mo, tapos nakita, let's say, walis ka na doon sa company na yun, dilipat ka ng ibang firm, tapos makikita na, galing ka dito kay company X. Di ba nagkaroon ka ng problema? Naging part ka ba ng project? Tapos, let's say, tinanggi mo kahit nakasama ka. Tapos nag-background check sila. So, nga kalalo. Okay. So, either way, meron pang hurdle na kailangan na do. So, dapat, checkin nyo rin every once in a while. Kasi ano ba naman yung idadaan mo sa plagiarism? Saglit. Okay. Advice. So what's the transport planning hierarchy natin? Okay. So una, national plan. So ito yung plano mo for the whole nation. This includes economic development and transportation policies. So yung mga discussions dito ay regarding the funding, regulations, and the requirements for local area plan. So yung mga requirements for the smaller areas na. Next, comprehensive urban and regional plan. Ito na yung mga tinatawag nating CLUP, tsaka yung mga yung mga CMP, yung mga comprehensive mobility plans. So dito napapasok yun. So yung mga ganitong study, it includes the population and economic projections. Kailangan mo malaman kung in the future ilan yung magiging population mo para maplano mo na maayos yung public transportation. Ganito karaming tao na kailangan ko i-serve. So, dapat i-evaluate yung carrying capacity ng existing transportation network mo. If kulang, magplano na kayo in the future for additional carrying. Okay? Yung land use plan, ito kailangan nyo rin ito makita. If your chosen municipality ay meron specific na or meron na silang comprehensive land use plan, maganda makuha niyo yun. Bakit? Kasi doon yung makikita kung ano yung binabalak nila per land use parcel. So, bawat lote. Okay? So, if your project will run along a highway, tapos nakita nyo na lahat ng lote within 500 meters of that highway, hindi naman lahat or karamihan ng mga lote doon ay commercial areas, medyo mamomroblema ka. Kasi yung traffic generation, naaral nyo naman sa previous, yung trip generation nyo doon sa area mataas. Kasi puro commercial areas yun. Dudumugin yun ng mga tao. Okay. So, i-rethink mo kung yung project mo ba na binabalak, let's say LRT, kaya ba niya yung magiging traffic doon sa area? By traffic, I mean, trip generation. Kakayanin ba? If not, maybe you should upgrade to a new or to a higher carrying capacity. Okay? Yun din, yung transportation requirements. Nabanggit ko na. Urban and regional transportation plan. So ito yung mga regional system, mga long distance travel system tulad ng South Long Haul, ano pa ba, NSCR. So ayun yung mga long distance transportation system na pinagtanan. Ano po yung mga long distance? Hindi na updated sa mga local. Anyway, policies on local portions of the system. So may kanya-kanyang policy yan. Let's say yung Subic, di ba may sarili siyang traffic regulations. So yun. So isa yan. Transport and traffic management plan. So ito rin. Dapat yung mga urban regions natin, meron silang way to manage their traffic and transportation flows. Okay? Kasi kung wala, mayhem mangyayari. Site or project transportation plan. So for this one, this is specific for different types of projects. So ito yung tinuturo ko sa civil engineering students ko, yung traffic impact assessment. So for that, ang tuturo ko sa inyo, QGIS. Well, actually, na-send ko na sa inyo yung video. So, panoorin nyo na lang. So, tinuro ko na talaga. So, ayun yung software na tinuro ko sa inyo. For my civil engineering students, ang tinuro ko sa kanila, or tuturo ko sa kanila, is SIDRA. So, SIDRA, ang gagawin nila doon, gagamitin nila for traffic. So, mga examples na bibigay ko sa kanila, let's say, we will construct a mall sa isang area. And ganito kalaki yung traffic generation. Ano magiging impact mo sa road? So, ayun yung mga aaral. So, ganun yung ginagawa sa mga site or project transportation plan. Okay? Facility or service design, construction plans, implementation plans of new carrier planning, and also traffic impact assessment. Ito naman yung mga maliliit na project. Let's say, you will have same din to sa pangalawa, system operation and service planning. Hindi rin nagkakalayo yan. Let's say meron kang ongoing construction, tapos kailangan mo ng traffic management plan along specific area. Mag-formulate ka ng traffic management plan with your traffic para yung mga road transportation natin or existing road transportation natin dumadaan sa area ay mariroute, ay maiwas na sa accidents, yung pedestrians, magkaroon kayo ng mga traffic signs na nagsasabi may construction dito ang daan nyo. Okay, so iwas accident yon. Tapos may iwas din sa traffic congestion kasi ipaplan mo yung traffic flow dun sa area. Tapos, ano pa ba? yung pagdating ng mga malalaking vehicles for the construction, kailangan nyo rin planuhin yun. So iba sa general traffic. So ayan. So ganun yung mga different levels of transportation planning. So next, so for functional transportation planning, ito yung nagiging flow. Meron kang unang goals and objectives, inventories, forecast, network planning, analysis of alternatives, evaluation. Okay, so if you take a look at objectives, goals, objectives, and criteria. So ito formulate based on the identification and analysis of a transportation problem. So I think nababasa nyo naman, so hindi ko nababasahin. Ayan yung meaning ng goals, objectives, and criteria. Ang gusto ko i-point out sa goals and objectives, pwede ka na mag-jump to network planning and pwede ka na rin mag-jump to evaluation. Kasi, let's say for network planning, mag-jump ka doon. May idea ka na sa inventories and forecast. Bakit? Kasi nakonduct mo na to dati. Okay? Ito ang reason kung bakit kailangan natin ng data bank sa ating transportation field. Kasi if you have that data bank, hindi mo na kailangan mag-conduct ng inventories. Hindi mo na kailangan pumunta on-site para magsukat ng kalsada, kung ilan yung width nun, kung ilan yung poste doon sa area, meron ka na information. I know meron tayong information nun, kaya lang hindi siya collated, hindi siya maayos. Okay? As for the forecast, maganda kasi meron tayong Metro Manila transportation model. For kada municipality, meron silang sarili nilang transportation model. And i-calibrate niyo yun every time na magkakonduct kayo ng studies or ng mga surveys within the area. Okay? Eventually, once na updated and calibrated na yung model na yun, you don't have to gather any more data. Ganun yung nangyayari sa Tasmania. Okay. Sa Tasmania, meron silang sarili nilang model, kada municipality. And every time na magkakaroon ng project, yung isang consulting firm, lalapit lang siya kay sa government ng Tasmania, hihingi siya ng information, sasabihin niya, pwede ko bang gamitin yung tawag dito, transport model for the specific municipality or the specific town or the specific local government area. Pag na-aprobahan yun, ang mangyayari doon ay pwede ka nang mag-insert ng kahit na ano doon sa model na yon. And you can check kung ano magiging output ng mga binabalak nyo na ilagay doon sa transportation. Ang advantage nun, na-skip mo na inventory, na-skip mo na yung forecast. Okay? Kasi nasa iyo na yung information. Dito sa atin, wala niyan. So every time na may project, dadaan ka ng inventory, dadaan ka ng forecast bago ka mapunta sa which is really sad kasi pera natin yung ginagamit. So for inventories, ito yung mga nakukuha nyo from surveys, yung mga nabanggit kanina. So it aims to generate data to identify and analyze transportation problems, formulate future travel demand models, and also goals and policies community may also be defined during this. Next. For forecast, alam nyo na to, ito yung shifting force net modeling process. So, skip na natin. Network planning. Road network represents transportation system exhibiting spatial or spatial characteristics, consists of nodes and links. Okay. By nodes, ang nangyayari doon ay yung intersection, yung links. Okay. The main functions of a road network is to accommodate road traffic and to offer a network on which mass transportation network can be. So, importante yung road. Okay. Analysis of alternatives. Travel demand are generated for alternative land use and network plans. So once na may forecast ka na, na-introduce mo na yung bago mo iniisip na proposal or project, makikita mo yung output, okay ba? Kung okay, ayun yung alternative mo. If not, mag-iisip ka pa ng iba pang alternative. Okay? Forecasting uses future economic activities, population, employment, and other related inputs to the land use and travel. Travel demand estimated into motor vehicle trips is assigned on the road network plan. The analysis neto, it includes yung mga properties such as traffic volume or yung traffic flow, congestion ratio or yung volume over capacity ratio. If your volume is, in the model, your volume is 1,000 vehicles, but the capacity of that road is only 800 vehicles per hour. So kita mo na congested and saturated yung iyong. Okay, travel speed and iba-iba pa. Pero yung usual na ginagamit namin dito, yung degree of saturation, yung volume over capacity, yung travel speed o yung vehicle, yung travel speed, next yung vehicle kilometers traveled, and yung vehicle hours. Pag mabilis yung speed mo, mababa yung vehicle hours travel. Kasi mabilis nakaka-enter and exit yung mga vehicle, whether public transportation or private, doon sa atin. Advantageous sa lahat yun kasi mabilis ang flow. For vehicle kilometer travel naman, ginagamit natin yun para makita natin kung gaano kalayo ang na-travel ng lahat ng sasakyan o lahat ng road transportation within that day. So once na malaman mo na kung gaano kalayo ang nabiyahe ng mga sasakyan na yun, you will be able to estimate so many you can produce so many outputs from that information. Tulad ng gaano kalaki ang naging carbon emission. So meron ka doon, makikita mo, for private cars, ganito kalaki yung vehicle kilometers travel. You just have to get information regarding the carbon emissions of a typical private car. Tapos, aalamin mo kung gaano kalakas yung emission niya per kilometer. Kasi multiply mo lang. As easy as that, alam mo na kung gaano kalaking carbon emission. Next, pwede mong i-check kung gaano laking or gaano karaming gas yung nako-consume per kilometer. So malalaman mo ngayon kung ano yung nagiging cost ng paggamit ng isang private vehicle. Or pwede rin naman, anong tawag dito, yung wear and tear ng gulong. So doon din kinukuha yung mga data. So ganun ka-importante na meron kang maayos na transportation. Kasi ang dami mong pwedeng tigain na information doon pa lang. Okay? So, mas sana ma-appreciate nyo pag dumating yung time na nandun. Kita nyo, oh wow, pwede pala to. Siguro hindi nyo pa na-imagine yan, pero eventually makikita nyo. So sa evaluation phase, dito nagpapasok yung financial, system performance, environmental, economic, and political aspects ng ating plan. Wait lang. So dito natin makikita kung popondohan ba yung ating project, kung acceptable ba siya sa mga environmental assessment, kung yung economic contributions ba niya significant to the point na kahit na wala tayong pondo, willing tayong mangutang sa ibang bansa para matuloy na itong project. So, ganun yung nagiging evaluation. And also, sa political, also included din dito yung political aspect. Wait lang. Okay. So the output of the evaluation provide decision makers with basis for selecting most appropriate transportation plans. Depending on the results, it is possible for decision makers to modify alternative plans or even revise their goals. And okay, the next selection and implementation. So appropriate network, transportation system management, or travel demand management plan selected based on evaluation results. So hindi lang naman basta-basta isang proposal i-present. Marami kang i-present dyan. Okay? Tapos i-check nila kung alin doon yung viable, financially, environmentally, and also patok sa kanila sa political. Okay? So, once na okay na yun, nakakapili sila ng sabi, okay, hopefully, yun talaga po. A na yung tutuloy natin for okay. So, implementation involves setting up necessary organization, administrative procedures, funding mechanisms, deployment and of identified projects, policies, and regulations, etc. Okay. Implementation of plan elements are based on the timeline defined in the plan. So kung yung project mo ay long-term, medyo kung short-term yan, tulad ng mga simpleng traffic management, within a span of 3 months, kaya mo nang i-go yan. Ganun lang siya kadali. Generally followed by continuing study, which involves regular monitoring, evaluation, and occasional plan revision. So, kailangan mong i-revisit kung ano yung nagiging performance ng na-implement mong project. If nagiging successful siya, edi good. If not, titignan mo kung ano yung pwede mo pang improve. Okay? O kaya, kung kailangan mo na ba siyang itigil. Yes po. Question. Sorry, minute kita. If you have questions, okay, so ito, I'm sorry, I know na yung iba sa inyo hindi familiar sa UP. No? Ako rin naman, di ako masyado familiar doon. Hindi naman ako nagtatatambay sa UP. Student ako, pero naging student ako during the pandemic. So, hindi pa ako nakakita doon. Siguro for jogging doon, ng mga bata-bata. Malandin. Pero ngayon, wala. Okay? Talagang purely online lahat. Hindi nyo to masyadong ma-appreciate, pero sana intindihin nyo kung ano yung magiging discussion natin. So, isa tong example ng transportation plan for a campus, which is UP Pilihan. Okay. So, the objective of this presentation is to study yung oval area. And students are challenged to observe and derive the underlying process and sequence of the tasks that are performed by transportation planners. So ito na, yung sinasabing traffic management. So noong 2007, okay? So issues and concern nila at that time is traffic management. So wala silang traffic enforcers dun sa area. Meron lang ito noong 2007. Tapos wala rin silang traffic control devices. Yung mga traffic signs nila and pavement markings ay either burado or sira-sira na. I think yung iba doon ng mga signs and pavement markings, ganun din, parang medyo faded. Lack of traffic management office. So kahit na maganda yung transportation program or education program ni UP, wala silang sarili nilang traffic management. Dapat meron, kasi aside from faculty and student traffic na bumanda sa area, meron din silang tinatawag natin na fast five vehicles. Yung mga vehicles na dadaan lang doon para mamasyal, o dadaan ka doon para makatawid ka papunta punan, papunta center, kasi mamasyal ka. Yung mga ganong vehicles. So dapat na-consider yun. So dahil may problems sa traffic management plan, nagiging cause din yun to question the road safety. Okay. Wala silang systematic na reporting injury. So kapag may mga na-injury dito, diretso sa estudyante ka, nurses office, nurses or sa mga clinic for what's this? First aid. So ganun lang yung nangyayari. Public transportation. Wala pa sila at that time ng mga stops na mga ayos and wala rin silang terminal for this. I think ngayon meron na. So okay na sa atong portion. So for parking naman, except for strict prohibition of on-street parking along the oval. So sa oval talagang bawal yung on-street parking. Okay? There are no parking regulations in all other areas of the campus. No parking management system. Yung through traffic o yung pass-by traffic, malaki ang volume na dumadaan lang doon. Okay? Na nagkakos minsan ng congestion doon sa mga yung mga entry and exit na locations sa UP, nagkakaroon ng congestion dahil dun sa mga vehicles na wala namang activity within UP, dadaan lang sila doon para tumawid. Okay? And also environment. Kasi yung mga tawag dito, jeepneys at that time ay so the objective of transport master planning is to prepare a traffic management master plan for the whole UP Diliman. So ito yung mga goals nila. Assess the existing traffic condition, design an efficient circulation plan to ensure smooth, safe and environment-friendly vehicular, bicycle and pedestrian flows, alleviate congestion, develop an infrastructure plan, recommend policy direction. So maganda sana to ma-apply din natin sa PU. So maybe in the future, I'll try to incorporate this type of planning sa ganitong type. Mag-formulate sila ng simple master plan. So ito yung mga concepts na inisip nila. Maintain the hierarchy of the road network, of public transportation. Speaking of hierarchy of road network, I was involved in a project recent na ang cool ng ginagawa. Parang for a specific time of day, priority doon sa isang road section, actually sa multiple road section, ang bicycle. For a specific time of day, ang priority naman nila ay private. For a specific time of day, ang priority nila ay trucks. That's right. So, ang ganda ng ginagawa nilang plan. And mas astig yung ginagawa nilang implementation. So, parang hirap na i-implement. Paano mo sasabihin dun sa mga tao, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., ang priority natin dito sa section na to ay bicycle. Diba? Parang hirap nang sabihin sa mga tao, lalo na yung mga hindi. Pero nai-implement nila naman. Actually, right now, I'm still trying to learn kung paano nila ginagawa. Pero, ang ganda niyan, hopefully ma-apply na. So yun, ganun yung ginagawa nila para masunod yung hierarchy ng mga transportation modes sa road network. So hindi siya hierarchy na in general. Yung sa kanila, yung hierarchy nila, ina-apply nila per time of day. Kasi let's say, sa madaling araw, wala ka naman cyclista gaano, wala ka naman general traffic o yung mga private vehicles. Public transportation mo, bihira, mas mababa po dun. Ano ang bumabiyahe pag madaling araw? Yung mga nagde-deliver, yung mga malalaking truck. So ayun ang pinaprioritize during. Pagdating ng umaga, ang priority naman nila yung pasok sa trabaho, student. So yun. Okay, so some concepts and options. Ito nag-identify sila ng mga locations na pwedeng lagyan ng pedestrian. Okay. Key element in the promotion of healthy community that supports human activity. Sidewalks are free of obstructions such as utility poles, signs, crosswalks. Crosswalks are provided to ensure pedestrian safety by directing them across traffic. So ganun kaganda yung ginawa nilang master plan to the point na pati yung pedestrian walkway pinaplano. And kung makakapunta kayo ng UP, makikita niyo na yung mga footpaths doon, walkways, okay na okay. Malalakad, kasya 3 tao, kunwari magbabarkada kayo, 3 kayo. Pwede kayo sabay-sabay naglalakad, wala naiiwan sa likod. Di ba ganun minsan, may maiiwan sa likod habang naglalakad. Doon hindi. Kasya kayong lahat. Malawak doon. Okay? So napaprioritize nila yung movement ng tao. Okay na okay din. So analysis and evaluation, nag-conduct sila ng origin and destination surveys para makita nila kung saan nanggagaling usually yung mga vehicles, saan nanggagaling yung mga pedestrians, yung pista, yung mga jeepney. Tapos ma-estimate nila kung ilan doon yung manggagaling sa labas ng UP, pero sa UP ang destination. Ilan doon na manggagaling sa loob ng UP tapos lalabas. Ilan doon yung galing sa labas tapos dadaan lang. So on. Okay? So pagdating sa ganun, makikita mo ngayon kung saan sila, ang tawag dito, kung saan sila possible na dadaan. Ano yung mga road sections na dadaan nila. Tapos doon mo malalaman kung ano yung road sections na ipaprioritize mo. So dito na pumapasok yung component din na once na makuha nyo na itong data na to, dito na papasok yung last step, yung trip assignment, the first step modeling process. Makikita mo kung alin location doon ang nagiging congested o yung may mga bottlenecks. So ayun yung mga locations na susolusyon mo. Okay? If you found that specific location ay mako-congest, malalaman mo kung ano yung mga dumadaan doon due to the third step, yung mode choice na portion, fourth step. So makikita mo, let's say, puro mga private vehicles doon. So ano magandang gawin? I-reroute mo yung mga private para hindi sila mag-compute doon sa specific. I-redistribute mo. So ganun yung mga planning na ginagawa. Travel demand by mode of transportation. So ito yung nakuha nilang information. So majority doon ay gumagamit ng motorized public transportation, which is understandable naman kasi may sarili silang tawag dito, jeepneys dun sa area. Yung may sariling ruta yung UP yung Toki tsaka yung Ikot. Okay. Private and motorized, usually itong mga to, yung mga mayayaman students o yung mga professors. Tapos for non-motorized naman, malaki din yung share niya, yung mga walking and bicycle. Oh, I'm shocked na meron pedicab dito. Parang never naman nakakita ng pedicab. So for walking, very pedestrian friendly kasi si UP. I think some of you karoon na ng chance na mag-jog. Okay. So public transportation coverage in the campus is adequate and nagkaroon pa sila ng request na pag-open ng bagong route. UP, okay din to, UP to Cubao. Sayang, hindi na tuloy. UP to Cubao route. So, okay din sa ano to. Parang hindi na ako pumiyahin. UP Diliman to Las Bañas bus service by St. Rose Transit. Ayun. So, ito I think ang magiging reason dito kasi yung mga professors natin sa UP, nagkakaroon sila minsan ng collaboration. Ng mga professors namin sa UP, nagkakaroon sila ng collaborations with UP Las Bañas. So, bumabiyahe sila. Ang biyahe nila minsan, gumagamit sila ng sarili nila. Pero kung may sariling bus service between LB and Diliman, ano na lang, sasakay nila sila doon. And also, yung mga students from LB na gusto gumamit ng facilities ng Diliman, pwede rin. Okay din to. And Pansol to SM North via Katipunan, Commonwealth to Elliptical Road, North Avenue. So ito yung mga proposed public transport. Okay, so ito through traffic, 33% or 1 out of 3 vehicles do not have business in the campus. So 1 out of 3 vehicles dadaan lang talaga for some reason. So non-motorized transportation, bicycles only account for 3.3% of all vehicles counted for several hours. Provision of bicycle facilities is very limited, which may be the reason kung bakit mababa yung siklista or number of cyclists. Non-motorized transportation, pedestrian movement. Ito mataas to, gaya na nakita natin kanina. Ang kalsada ay para sa tao, hindi para sa sasakyan. Okay. Ako ay makakarating sa pupuntahan, walang abala. Ligtas, walang kapahamakan, kaya-aya. Mayroong sapat na pasilidad at disiplina, kaalaman at pagsunod sa batas. May mga nagpapatupad. So, ayun yung idea. So, ito yung naging plan. Okay, dumating na tayo dito. So, ito yung naging plan nila. So, meron silang short-term plan, medium-term plan, and long-term plan. So, dapat ganito yung gagawin natin. So, it consists of traffic circulation and management, public transportation, bicycle transport, pedestrian transport, and parking. So, for the traffic circulation, balak nila magkaroon ng sarili ng management office, ililimit nila yung speed into 30 kilometers lang, magkakaroon sila ng traffic discipline zones, yung mga traffic signs, i-update nila, ayusin nila, lilinisin nila. Tapos di-discourage nila yung mga dumataan lang basta doon sa UP na wala namang aktibidades sa loob. Okay. So that's the short-term plan, no? So para doon sa through traffic, lalagyan nila ng parang sticker system. Kung may sticker ka, ibig sabihin meron kang activity doon sa loob. Student ka, faculty ka, or what. Pwede rin nilang implementa ng toll para doon sa mga dumadaan. Sige, dumaan kayo, pero mag-generate kami ng pera from you guys. Yung pera na yon pwede nilang gamitin for other projects, which is really a good idea kasi ang laki ng dumadaan doon sa kanila na wala naman tawag dito gagawin within the campus. So yun yung balak nila for 3 years. So ito yung mga locations na na-determine. So ganun kaganda yung planning nila to. Isipin nyo, simpleng campus lang yan. What if yung mga taong gumawa ng planning nito, sila yung nasa, dito, yung nakaupo ngayon sa ating Department of Transportation. Magandang. Okay. So for the medium term, yung oval daw, yung pinagja-joggingan ng mga tao, yung pagbabawal yung sasakyan, pero pwede public transportation. Because they will coordinate with the Quezon City government and MMDA. I think the reason for this one is currently wala sila masyadong mga enforcers, so pwede sila po. Tapos in the long term, full carless oval na talaga doon sa location. So pati yung mga jeepneys hindi na rin nila padadaan. Purely pedestrians and cyclists lang. Okay. So ito yung balak nila for long term. Okay. For public transportation, counterclockwise one-way flow daw yung balak nila for public transportation sa oval, widespread of information campaign. So magkakaroon sila ng route information boards. This is really a good idea, no? Kasi if you have jeepney stops, usually dito sa atin, meron kang jeepney stop, meron kang waiting shed, pero walang information kung anong mga ruta yung dumadaan doon. Okay? Pwede kang tumayo doon at maghintay ng rutang inaantayan mo, pero hindi naman pala. So maganda na meron tayong information board. Nandun ka sa waiting shed, makikita mo, itong Cubao Antipolo dadaan. At least alam ko. Diba? Ito, dadaan to dito. Next time, kapag pupunta ako ng dito sa destination na to, alam ko na dito. You don't have to guess or maybe ask people or strangers along the road kung saan papunta dito, saan papunta dyan. Yung mga ganong instances kasi, hindi ka naman sure kung mapapagkatiwalaan. So at least kapag meron tayong information board, alam mo na tama yung pupuntahan mo. At alam mo na tama yung tinatayuan mo. So loading and unloading bays, ito para hindi makaabala sa existing traffic sa kalsada, I mean dun sa road network nila sa UP. Tapos magkakaroon daw ng terminals. So kung may terminals, you don't have to wait for jeepneys. Pupunta ka na lang sa terminal, doon ka. Hopefully hindi napipila, pero doon ka na sasakay. Okay? Pati yung smoke belchers, pagbabawal. So, ayan. Di pati yung mga ganito, meron silang mga diagrams. Pero at least, okay, no private motor vehicles. So yung public transportation plan nila for the medium term is consistent with the plan doon sa traffic management yung nauna. Okay. Tapos i-require nila ng clean fuels yung gagamitin ng public transport. Tapos full carless oval na, consistent with the traffic management plan na pinanggit kanina, i-reroute na nila ngayon yung public transportation. So malaki naman yung road network ni UP, pwede nilang yung mga. Next for bicycle, all the roads in UP Diliman designated as bike networks. So yung po nun. So lahat na, yung buong road network nila pwede kang bike. Okay na, okay yun. Yung speed limit ay 30 kph. I don't know if you guys are aware, the faster the vehicle is, well actually, engineers there, so alam. Pag mas mabilis yung sasakyan, mas malakas yung kapag makakabangga. Kasi mas malaki yung force. Okay? So, force is equal to mass times acceleration. So, ganun lang yung concept. Exclusive bike lanes on priority roads. So, tulad ng oval, yung mga previous nila na plano, yung sa traffic management and also sa transportation. Sa oval, ipaprioritize nila yung movement. Magkakaroon din sila ng provision ng bicycle rack. Co-convert nila yung isang parking slot to parking for 10 to 12 bikes, which is really a really good idea. Kasi isipin mo, sa isang parking slot, ang sasakay doon ay ang paparado doon isang sasakyan. Ang dala ng isang sasakyan, let's say, 2-3 tao. 3 tao lang. Pero pag kinonvert mo yung parking lot na yun into 10 to 12, parking for 10 to 12 bikes, 12 ang makikinap. Okay. Tapos ika-campaign nila yung promotion for biking and magde-develop sila ng UP Bikeways. Which I think wala naman ngayon. So plano nila ng 2007. Wala akong naririnig pa na merong UP Bike. Exclusive bike lanes on more roads with pavement markings, bike trail along University Avenue on side, and more bike racks. More bike trails and improved bikeway facilities or others. So sinabi mong bike trails, ito yung mga hindi dumadaan sa existing road network. So meron silang sarili nila na wala silang so yung tinatawag ng bike. So ito yung proposed na network. Maganda rin to kasi kung makikita nyo, lahat ng exit points nakamahan. Okay. May bikeways. Okay, ito may plan. So for pedestrians naman, widen nila yung sidewalk, i-resurface nila yung pavements para mas madaling daanan, tatanggalin nila yung mga obstructions, yung mga walkways, kukuberan nila para pag umuulan, mababasa. Magkakaroon din ng access ramps for the disabled or mga PWDs natin. i-improve nila yung sidewalk dun sa oval, tapos yung location, provision of crosswalk. Patawid. Okay, so for medium term, itutuloy lang nila yung pagkakaroon ng covered na sidewalk. And yung long term nila ay fully carless. So meron din sila for parking. Ang dami nilang plans. On-street parking, one side only, free yung on-street parking nila at high demand corridors, which is logical. Satellite parking, so meron silang magiging parking dun daw sa Pocopocol nila. Don't know where that is. Implement pay parking scheme at selected areas, both on-street and off-street. So mag-generate sila ng income. More satellite parking sa mga locations na yan. And magkakonstruct sila ng multi-level parking facility, which is really good. Kasi ang consume mo lang ay maliit na portion ng land, pero marami ka na mga accommodate parking. Mga private. So yun yung mga plans. So dito, pinagawa kami ng reflection, pero hindi ko naman na kayo pagagawin. So I hope na na-appreciate nyo yung level of details na ginagawa nila for a small area. So ang dami na nila naisip na idea. And I think meron naman sila mga na-prioritize dito, which is really good, no? Kasi yung ideas na to, kung iisipin mo, parang sinulat lang, saglit lang ginawa. Pero eventually, natupad yung iba dito. Okay? And makakatulong naman yun talaga in the long term for the road users na, whether it's private, public, or yung mga active transportation. So, so last topic. Masyado akong mag-consume ng time. Pero full kasi. Okay, so for our next topic, dito tayo sa land use and transport. So this is actually accompanied by some computations, formulas. But for this meeting, I decided not to do it. Okay. So land use and transport interaction. So the last topic. This is just 8 slides. So ito yung land use and transport feedback cycle na sinormulate ni WEG noong 2009. Okay. So ito siya. So the distribution of land use over space determines the location of human activity. Okay. Nagets pa yun? Kung saan nyo ilalagay o distribute yung land uses, let's say, location. Ayun na magdedetermine location ng human. So if you, actually it's logic lang naman yung common sense. If you put a school, specific location, ang activities na magaganap sa location na yan ay school activities. At ang mag-generate nila na trips ay school trips. Okay? Distribution of human activities in space requires spatial or spatial interaction or trips in transport system to overcome the distance between the locations. Ayan. So once na ma-distribute nyo na yung human activities, of course, kailangan nyo rin yan samahan ng analysis ng existing transportation system to overcome the distance between the locations. So if hindi kaya ng existing mo, magkaroon ng access, you need to introduce another test to that specific land use wherein the human activity. So next, distribution of infrastructure in transport system creates opportunities for spatial interaction and can be measured as accessibility. Okay. The distribution of accessibility in space co-determines location decisions and so results in changes. So ganun yan lang yung nag-i-distribute. I-distribute mo yung land use, tapos mag-produce yun ng human activities. Yung human activities, pag distribute mo, mag-produce yun ng need for transportation. So once na magkaroon ka na ng transportation system or transport infrastructure, you distribute it, it will show the need for accessibility. So once accessibility is distributed in space, magkakaroon to ng changes sa land use system. Okay, kasi magiging accessible na yung iba, makikita mo na accessible to location na to. So I'm rich, I obtained this specific lot. And since this lot is accessible, I will construct let's say casino, this location. So again, babalik ka dun sa distribution. So paulit-ulit lang. Right? Dito sa ginawan diagram, right? Medyo in detail. So accessibility means attractiveness of your location, and pag attractive yung location mo, magkakaroon yung ng investors. After mo magkaroon ng investors, magkakaroon ng construction. Tapos once na matayo na yun, magkakaroon ng location decision ng mga users. Yung mga pupunta doon sa kinonstruct. Then mag-move sila, magkakaroon na ng activities kasi nandun na sila. Magkakaroon ng impact sa car ownership kasi meron dyan mga tawag dito, specific groups of population that will need cars in order to access that facility na ginawa mo. Magkakaroon ng group decision, destination choice, mode choice, route choice, link roads, etc. So, ulit-ulit. Okay. So land use and transportation. So a parcel of land with a specific use generates a certain number of trips, which is again, that's this. So if not, I'll just repeat it. If you have a specific land use, meron tayong na-estimate na dyan na number of trips. So we have references from other countries na gamitin. But if you have access to our local trip rate, tinatawag, mas maganda. So these trips or travel demand will need service of transportation, of course. So ganito yung ginagawa sa traffic investment. So once na makita mo na malaki ma-generate na trips ng isang proposed project, you have to introduce alternatives. Alternatives may be to redesign your project para mas mababa yung gross floor area niya, para mas mababa yung ma-generate. Okay? Or kung ayaw mo naman i-give up yun, kailangan mag-provide ka ng funds or ng alternatives or ng solutions para hindi ka mag-create ng problem doon sa existing project. So you can do that by providing an additional service in terms of transportation. So transportation facilities na to will provide better accessibility towards your land parcel. So naturally, kapag mas mataas ang accessibility ng land parcel mo, mas mataas yung land value. Kaya kung makikita nyo, lahat ng lupa o ng mga lote na nasa harap ng highway sa mga probinsya, mas mataas ang presyo nila kaysa dun sa mga lote na nandun papasok sa mga mas accessible, mas okay. So accessibility is defined as the basic link between land use and transportation. So accessibility increases when trips become cheaper in terms of time, money, distance. So yung accessibility, it can be defined in terms of money, in terms of distance, or in terms of time. So iba't iba yan. So yung accessibility, you can think of yung trip assignment ng 4-step model. Ano siya eh? Ang tawag dito, may tatlo rin siyang types. Accessibility in terms of time, in terms of money, in terms of distance. That's similar to the trip assignment. So ito, ini-influence niya yung traveler's decision and location. So determining the relative accessibility of urban land zones and areas help transport planners forecast locations of future activity centers and travel demands necessary in planning for future transportation networks or systems. So ito yung nagiging interaction ng land use. So these are the components. Okay. Una, you have your road infrastructure, your traffic management measures, your public transport system, your car use or ownership, your fuel and environmental policy. That's for the transport system. For the land use system, meron ka ng zoning policies, meron ka ng land and housing development, industrial development, management systems, systems natin, environmental policies, and community activities. So ito yung nagiging diagram. Okay? Yung transport system ay nagde-define ng traffic condition which will affect yung ating land use system. Yung land use system naman nagpo-produce ng trips which will define how we plan for our transportation. Okay? Yung land use system nag-generate ng economic activities at nagkakaroon ng environment, especially same din kay transport system na nag-generate ng. So if you provide improvements sa transportation network, ang mangyayari ay mag-i-improve yung traffic ng ating area. Okay. Pero hindi niya i-increase yung trip generation. So pag nag-improve ka ng transportation network, ang mangyayari lang, gaganda yung condition ng movement ng vehicles and road users. Hindi porket gumawa ka ng bagong mode of transportation, bagong line doon sa isang study area, dadami na yung tao o dadami na yung trips doon sa study area. Hindi ganun yun. Dapat meron siyang changes din sa land use system bago mangyari yun. So ganito, kapag nagkaroon ka ng changes in land use, mag-i-increase yung trip. Okay? So pag nag-increase yung trip generation mo, mag-i-increase din yung need mo for a transportation. So it works together. Hindi siya pwede na mag-isa lang. Dito sa diagram na to, hindi ka pwede mag-improve ng transportation network kung hindi mo naman kaya. Magsasayang ka lang ng pera. Ang mangyayari dun sa changes sa transportation network ay display lang. So sayang yun. Dito naman, hindi ka pwede mag-change ng hindi ka pwede magkaroon ng changes sa land use mo kung hindi ka magpa-plan for transportation. Kasi if you change your land use, magkakaroon ka ng changes din or impact sa trip generation. So kapag ganun ang nangyari, yung transport system, it may be positively or negatively. So you need to revisit your transportation system and the current condition to plan for the future traffic. Para malaman mo kung kakailanganin mo pa ba ng improvement. So ito yung nagiging interaction ng tatlo. Land use, environmental transport. So let's start with land use and environment. Mas maraming trip generation, mas mataas ang emission levels, exposure to dito, greenhouse gases. Okay. For locational models naman, dito, mas malayo ang land use Pag mas magkakalayo ang land use, mas malaki ang travel, which affects the environment also. Kasi pag mas mahaba ang travel at mas magkakalayo ang travel, malaki ang nag-generate na emission. So magkakaroon din tayo ng changes in travel. So yung changes in travel behavior niya affects also the environment. Maybe positive. If your changes in travel behavior favors active transportation and public transportation, will positively impact the emission. If your changes in travel behavior is leading towards the use of private transportation, it negatively impacts it. Okay. How about land use and transportation? So dito may trip generation tayo and travel demand. Mas mataas ang trip generation mo, mas mataas ang travel demand. Mas mataas ang forecast. So mas mataas ang trip generation mo, yung level of service mo babagsak. Bakit? Kasi wala ka naman binago dun sa transportation system mo. Okay? So yung level of service mo babagsak, magiging congested sa area, yung travel speed mo babagal, yung vehicle kilometers traveled mo masyadong high. Okay. Same with location models. Kung magkakalayo yung mga land use mo, anong mangyayari? Dito, maapektuhan yung travel speed, congestion level, yung vehicles kilometers travel, etc. Changes in travel behavior, anong mangyayari? Yung travel demand mo fluctuate. Maybe a positive fluctuation, maybe negative fluctuation. And also your level of service may be positive. If your road section or corridor is predominantly used by cars, tapos nagkaroon ka ng changes in travel behavior, yung iba doon nag-shift to using buses, bababa yung level of service, ay tataas yung level of service mo. Tataas yung level of service mo for public transportation and tataas yung level of service. Bakit? Kasi mag-shift yung mga private users to public transportation, thus reducing the number of private vehicles. Okay. Next or last naman for transport and environment, mas malaking travel demand, mas malaking emission, mas mataas na emission. Okay. Mas mababang level of service, mas mataas na emission level and exposure. So bakit ganon? Kapag mas mababa ang travel speed, mas mataas. Sorry, I think I've discussed this last time. Kapag mataas ang congestion, mataas ang emission level. So ulitin ko na lang for the other students. Pag mas mabilis ang takbo ng sasakyan, mas mababa ang ini-emit niya na carbon kesa doon sa kapag mabagal. So kapag mabagal ang takbo mo, mas mataas yung na-emit mo na GHGs or greenhouse gases. Okay. Kapag nasa traffic ka, nakastock yung vehicle mo doon, hindi ka gumagalaw, bumper to bumper, nag-i-emit ka pa rin ng carbon. At ang computation nun, per minute. Okay? So, nandun ka na, stuck ka na sa traffic, mag-move ka kasi umandar yung mga nasa harap mo. Yung movement mo, mababa or mabagal yung speed mo. Mas mabagal na speed, mas mataas na carbon emission. So, nagsasanga-sanga yung impact sa environment kapag nandun ka sa traffic. Okay? And also, yung vehicles travel, I think I explained this earlier, information to compute for the emission. So, ganun yung nagiging interaction. Okay? So, those are the subsystems for integrated land use, transport, environmental. As for the computations nito, I think with trend theory, accessibility models, and also yung mga location models. I'll be discussing that. Okay. So yun. Do you have any questions? Okay. Walang questions. Ako magtatanong, do you have progress doon sa inyong GIS na project? Yeah. Wala pa kayong progress. Meron ba dito nakapagsimula na? Wala pa ba ako nasasabing project? Sure ka? I believe nabanggit ko na yan ng umpisa pa lang. Yung iba alam nila Yung iba pinag-uusapan daw. Ikaw di ko babanggitin yung pangalan mo Oy, anong hala? May pahala-hala ka ba dyan? Ikaw tandang-tanda kita, may pinapirma ka sa akin nung last time. Ano yun? May naisip na pong alignment and rolling stock. Hindi nyo kailangan mag-rolling stock model, guys, Ano lang, alignment lang tayo. Huges lang yung gagawin nyo. Huwag na kayo mag-rolling stock model. Masyado ng advanced yun. I'll be sharing with you guys the output of your alumni, yung mga magagandang output, para pwede siyang gamitin basis or inspiration sa mga gagawin. Okay? Yung iba daw pinag-uusapan na mag-start daw sila this weekend. Okay, sige. Pero guys, ano nyo ang tawag dito, pagtuunan nyo ng pansin yun kasi inyong consider ko as your final yung presentation. Doon manggagaling yung bulk ng grade. And also, I'll be requiring you guys to rate your group mates. So be honest na lang. Kung wala silang tinulong, ibagsak nyo. Okay? Hindi ko naman i-reveal yung grade na ibibigay nyo doon sa kaklase. Okay? Kung wala silang tinulong, hindi sila nagpaparamdam, or kung ano man, walang effort sa pagtulong, kasi pwede yung nag-i-effort pero sunod-sunod yung malas sa buhay tulad na napuputulan ng kuryente, or maybe nagloloko yung data nila, o kaya naman nasira yung laptop, hindi makakontribute. At least kung meron siyang effort na nagre-reach out sa inyo, alam nyo na willing to help siya, kaya lang minalas. Pero yung mga tao dyan na hindi nagpaparamdam at wala lang talaga, I would suggest na you give them low grades. Okay? Ako na bahalang magbigay ng justice dun sa contribute. Okay. Ganito ka. May questions si Mandihar. Go lang, Mandihar.
Good afternoon po, sir. Tanong ko lang po, sir, kung aside po dun sa in-announce nyo nga po yung project ng first meeting, may bibigay pa po ba kayong specific guidelines for that?
Hindi. Bibigay ko sa inyo yung outline na ginawa nung dito, mga alumni nyo para makita nyo kung ano yung itsura ng output nila. Okay?
Bali, sir, output po, you mean parang written output pa po ba? Meron pa pong ganun din
meron
po?
silang, pinagawa ko sila ng report.
Okay po.
Tapos, so aside from the maps na na-generate nila, nag-provide sila ng explanation for those maps and also introduction sa study area. So may mga
Ipe-present din po ba yun, sir, by the end of semester po?
No. Yung reports, sasabihin nyo sa akin through email na lang. Pero yung sa presentation, ang gusto ko lang malaman is yung alignment nyo. Tapos, i-justify nyo bakit nyo napili yung alignment, bakit doon yung location ng stations nyo. Tapos, lahat ng explanation na yun, gagawin nyo by showing the maps. Okay? So, yung maps na mapoproduce nyo, para siyang data visualization.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Ano pa yung sasabihin ko? Gusto ko makakita ng progress. Kasi pag hindi ako naggaganito, walang progress na nangyayari. Gusto ko makita ng progress sa project nyo by December 10. Hindi naman po kailangan na 4-step model, forecasting model, sir, para sa O hindi. Masyado kang dito, nag-iisip ng kung ano-ano. Ang kailangan ko lang alignment and justification nung ano tawag dito, alignment on also yung station. Ayun na yung pinakakailangan ko. Tapos, right up. Okay? Huwag yung masyadong pahirapan yung sarili niyo. Manghingi ako ng update on December 10. Siguro magkaroon kayo ng ilan bang groups. I-check ko na lang kung ilang groups. Pero kahit mga 5-minute presentation, tapos may 3-minute question and answer regarding it. Bakit ito yung alignment? Parang updates lang. And also, through that meeting, malalaman ko kung sino yung mga biglang hindi a-attend, tapos hindi mag-represent, so mamamarkaan. And also, mai-inform kayo kung yung napili nyo bang alignment ay same with the other groups. So para magkaroon kayo ng pag-uusap between the two groups at malaman niyo kung sino magte-take ng alignment. So iiwan ko na sa inyo yung discussion. Sir, magkaiba po yung alignment sa location ng station. Ha? Hindi Kung nasan yung alignment mo, of course, along that, yung location ng stations mo. So if you've chosen this alignment for your LRT, let's say LRT, dapat along that alignment yung location ng station. Or baka hindi ko naintindihan yung question mo, pakiulit na lang. If nasagot yung question mo, please, chat ka na lang. Para ma-confirm ko lang. Nasagot ko pa yung tanong. Pa-elaborate po ng meaning ng alignment. So yung alignment, yun yung dadaanan ng railway line nyo. Let's say ang alignment ng LRT 2, dadaan siya doon sa Aurora Boulevard. Tama? Si MRT 3 naman, dumaan siya along EDSA. So kayo, pwede nyo piliin na elevated yung alignment nyo, padadaanin nyo sa mga existing roadways. Okay lang din naman yun. Pero justify nyo, bakit doon? Okay? Gamitan nyo ng logic. If you're going to put your railway alignment along this specific road section, ano magiging impact nun sa baba? Baka naman mamaya doon mo ilalagay. Tapos mangyayari yung traffic flow sa baba, problema kayo. So yung mga ganong tawag dito, planning. Okay? Kasi kailangan nyo magkaroon ng railway planning. Yes po. Ano po yan? Any more questions po? Providean ko kayo ng outline. Ayusin ko maybe tonight or tomorrow. If pakalimutan ko by tomorrow, please remind me. Okay? Questions? Wala? Sure? Going once? Going twice? Okay. So kung wala na, for one, if you have questions regarding your RE project, stay lang kayo dito sa meeting room para ma-address natin. Okay? For RE42 and RE43, thank you for attending the class. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Salamat. Have a great weekend.